All right, guys, in this video, we're gonna learn how to become a full-time real estate investor. Coming up. Okay, I get asked a lot, Dave, how do I become a full-time real estate investor? And the answer is actually simple, guys. You quit your job and you just start investing in real estate full-time. No, let's be honest, though. In order to do real estate as a full-time gig, you have to start doing the daily activities that real estate investors do. All right? So it depends also what kind of real estate investor you plan to be. So there's a lot of different ways to go about investing in real estate. I personally love landlording. I love wholesaling. And we even do a little bit of fix and flip as well, right? But in order to be a full-time real estate investor, you have to have activities that are going to basically take up full time of your day or the majority of your day. You know, you could also be a real estate agent or broker, but that's really not the same thing as being an investor. So if you want to be a full-time wholesaler, and that's what you choose to do, then I would spend my time marketing as much as I possibly could. Cold calling, cold texting, driving for dollars, maybe placing bandit signs. There are so many things that you can do to get your phone to ring or to ring other people's phones that have properties that you can hopefully buy at a discount. Other than marketing, I would set my goal to run as many appointments as possible. In fact, try to set 1 or 2 or even 3 appointments each and every day. At least 5 to 10 a week, right? And get out in the field and meet those people. And beyond that, make tons of offers, right? That's the activities that we're going to be doing when we're wholesaling. So we're going to be marketing, we're going to be running appointments, we're going to be making offers. Oh, and don't forget follow-up. Follow-up is super important, and often it's very time-consuming. And when I say time-consuming, not just like, oh, I'm going to go do an hour of follow-up, like, you may be following up people for 4 months, 6 months, 8 months, maybe a year. We close deals, my partner Mike and I, that have been in the system for 5 or 6 years at this point. We are relentless when it comes to following up. And you will need to be relentless too. Now, let's say that you want to become a full-time real estate investor and you want to focus on landlording. Well, here's the thing. I still recommend you learn how to wholesale. Because buying the best deals for landlording means you're getting them at a discount. And if you really want to scale that business and you want to be a full-time real estate investor specifically in landlording, then you're going to have a pipeline of deals. And what I mean by deals is properties that you can buy direct from the seller at a discount, and hopefully a massive discount. So you still should focus on the marketing aspects that we talked about with the wholesaling gig. And if you want to do the fix and flip, it's also very similar to the landlording. You got to have a lot of marketing out there. If you are focused on getting deals straight from the MLS, I'm not saying you can't find deals on the MLS. I'm not saying that that's an impossible way to get deals. But it's very difficult to go find deals at 20 or 30 or even a greater percentage under retail, okay? So my advice to anybody that wants to become a full-time real estate investor would be to start marketing, learn it inside and out, and just engulf yourself in it. I don't know if that's the right word or not, but basically spend as much time as you possibly can to learn how to market direct to the motivated sellers. Basically, what you want to do is you want to bypass the agents and you want to bypass the MLS. Whenever an agent goes to a particular property owner, a seller, the agent's not going to approach the seller and say, hey, I think I can get you 70 to 80% of what this property's worth. Who's going to hire that agent, right? And whenever I'm trying to buy a property on the MLS, the agent has already essentially positioned themselves to help that seller sell the deal, and they position themselves to get as much as they possibly can for the deal. So it's very difficult for me as an investor, a landlord, a fix and flipper, a wholesaler, you name it, to come to an agent that's got a property on the MLS and say, hey, I'd love to get this deal done. I'm going to offer you 70% of what it's worth. They've already pitched their client that they're going to get them as much as they possibly can, hopefully 100+% of what it's worth. So therefore, learn the marketing game. Learn how to market direct to sellers. Bypass the agents, bypass the MLS, and build yourself a nice funnel of leads so you can run those appointments and start making tons of offers like we mentioned earlier in this video. Once you have a bunch of appointments set and you got offers going out left and right, some of these deals are going to fall down, meaning they're going to close. You're going to get them. Others you're going to have to add to your database, and you're going to have to follow up with them. And that's what an activity is, or that's basically what a full-time real estate investor schedule looks like. These are the activities that we do day in and day out as a full-time real estate investor. So how to become one? Start doing the activities that the full-time people are doing, right? What are some of the activities that I do every day as a full-time real estate investor with 50 plus rentals and 8 to 10 wholesales a month? Here's the activities. I drive for dollars almost daily. So get in your vehicle and drive around and find the properties that need work, the ones that are literally distressed. They have signs of distress because they have a tarp on the roof, or maybe they have a broken down car in the driveway. Maybe they have grass that is 2 feet tall. Could be a lot of different reasons, but start by driving for dollars. Next, start cold calling anybody that's got a house that's for sale by owner. Again, avoid the agents in the MLS. I'm not saying you can't find deals on the MLS, but here's a good reference point. This year already, we've already purchased about 150 houses, and it's July. And I think we've maybe bought 2 off the MLS. 2 out of 150. So that's like a 1.5% chance that a deal is going to come off the MLS versus a deal coming direct from a motivated seller. All right? So cold calling for sale by owners, cold texting them even, door knocking. If you want to send direct mail, I love sending direct mail. And there's a ton of different resources for you to make this even easier for you with apps like Batch Driven or Deal Machine or something along those lines. Even Batch Leads offers the ability to start sending direct mail. But you're going to want to start marketing. You're going to get really good at marketing. In fact, you're going to get really creative with your marketing too, right? Maybe you decide you want to go get a billboard. Maybe you decide you want to run some radio ads. Maybe you want to get a website and start pushing traffic to that website with SEO or pay-per-click. I mean, guys, there's a million ways to go about marketing. But that's really the activity. It's driving for dollars. It's cold calling. It may be going to networking events and meeting other full-time real estate investors so I can help them finish a deal or get a deal to the finish line. Maybe it's going to these REIA clubs and meeting contractors. If I wanted to be a fix and flip or start doing more of that and doing it full time, I'm going to need to have a contractor that can do this or that, or a plumber or a roofer or electrician. So get out, network, meet these other people, and make friends with them, and essentially joint venture with them or partner with them or hire them as needed, because you're going to probably need them at some point down the line, okay? And other than that, you are going to want to have a system to keep track of what you're doing all day. So if you call a seller and you make them a verbal offer, you need to record that somewhere. And again, as a full-time real estate investor, we actually spend a significant amount of time in our CRM every day. Because when it comes to follow-up, right, we want to make sure that we're following up with somebody that we've made an offer to and know that what that previous offer was. We don't want to be making that third or that fourth or that 10th call blindly, right? If I'm on the phone with a seller and the seller says, hey, Dave, I can't talk right now. I'm taking my husband to, into urgent care. I'll say, oh, I get it. No big deal. Sorry to bother you. I'll call you next Tuesday. Well, when I call next Tuesday, I want to say, hey, Mrs. Seller, hopefully I caught you at a better time. And by the way, how is the husband? How's Jim? You were taking him to urgent care when I called last week. Is everything okay? And hopefully the seller says, yeah, it's great, Dave. Thanks for calling me back. But what I've done is I've essentially picked up right where I left off. So having a system in place to keep track of what you're doing is also very, very important. Guys, so to recap, how to become a full-time real estate investor, start doing the things that real estate investors do, right? And essentially, start doing them full-time. It's that simple. Guys, if you like this video, hit the like button. Help me out. Subscribe for more videos, and we will make some more just like this soon. Signing off.